there, it's Clayton with wackerpedia.com, your online resource for carp angling information. I had a question from one of our readers off the Facebook page, thank you very much, regarding Sweetcorn and its use as a hook bait for carp. It's a fantastic bait for carp. The question was, can you hook it directly onto a hook, or is there a trick to it? And the answer to that question is yes and yes. You can do it both ways, and there is a trick to it that makes it even better. So let me show you those. So we have a hook. This is a size 6 curved shank. It's specially made for carp, so it's a little thicker wire, won't bend out on you like some of your local department store hooks. And yeah, you can put this corn directly on the hook. Now when you're hooking sweetcorn is a very soft bait, and it will come off very easy. Sometimes just on the cast, if it's a stiff enough cast, that corn can sling off. So to increase your chances of that corn staying on, you want to hit that guy right dead center in the chest, right center of mass of this corn. That'll give you the most flesh around that corn to keep it on the hook. But you can hit that right in the middle, and you can feed that onto the hook. You can probably get away with another kernel on there. Size 6 hook is pretty small. But what's important here is that you leave this point exposed and you leave the gape of the hook open, because that's what hooks the fish. If you load this up too much, you're going to close that gape, you're going to obscure that point, and you're going to lessen your hooking potential exponentially. So that is certainly a way to do it. A lot of people do, but if you want to catch more carp, and I think that's why we're here, we all want to catch more, let me show you a better way to do it. So what you want to use instead is a hair rig, right? And that is the same hook with a hair tied on it, right? And a hair is just, it's just a loop, an overhand knot loop, a knotless knot to attach it to the hook, and then it goes out to a swivel. Okay, so what we want to do is load the hair with the corn, right? And that means you're going to be fishing a fully exposed hook, right? There's nothing in the way of the business end here that's going to keep it from attaching to that carp's mouth, and that's absolutely what we want. So what you'll need is a baiting needle, and this is just a needle with a little hook on the end, and we will feed this corn onto the needle. And if you're fishing with some different color corn, like I like contrast, so whatever you put on first onto the needle will be last on the hair. So just keep that in mind as you're doing this. And we're going to use that little needle to grab that loop, and so we can slide the corn right on there. Now I know what you're thinking. What's going to keep that corn from just sliding right back off of there? Well, there's one more piece to this, and that is a bait stop. Now this is just one of those little segmented like zip ties. You can get 1 million of these for very, very cheap, and we're just going to cut off one of those little barbell sections, and we're going to use it as a stop. Right, now you can use a blade of grass or a little stick or a piece of straw or something like that, but I just love these little barbells because they're real tidy and they do an excellent job, right? So now that corn's not going to come off of there, right? That's on there. So fully exposed hook, wide open gape, bait off the hook. Let's talk about why that's important. Carp are very good at detecting non-food items, right? They do it all day long. They're sucking the bottom of the lake, they're bringing in rocks and gravel, and anything that's not food they know right away, and they spit that right back out. So if you're fishing corn on the hook, they are very likely to detect the hook and spit it out as a non-food item. You just missed your hookup. But by extending the bait from the hook, they can pick this corn up. There's nothing in there that's threatening or non-food, and they can suck that back to the back of their mouth. The hook follows with it, and then it's pretty much game over at that point, because when they do detect the hook and try to blow that back out, 99.9% of the time that hook is going to find a hold somewhere. I would challenge you to stick this in your mouth and yank it out and not hook yourself. The hookup potential goes up significantly between the two versions, right? So if you're not using a hair rig for common carp, switch today. You'll thank me later that you did. All right. Well, I hope that answered your question. If you have any other questions, please let me know. I'd love to do videos of them or respond to it on our Facebook page. Please check out wackerpedia.com for more information on hair rigs and other rigs. There's certainly a lot of different ways that you can rig up for common carp. If you like the video, hit subscribe and give me a comment. Give me some feedback. Let me know how I did, if I did good, or if there's anything I could do better, or if there's any other videos you'd like to see. I'd like to hear from you and see your fish pictures. So don't be a stranger, and thanks a lot. Have a good weekend.